He is the reigning US Open men's singles champion. He now has 13 singles titles to his credit on the ATP World Tour. Currently ranked number 9 in the world from Croatia, Marin Cilic. He has now won 48 singles titles during his career. 7 of those are Grand Slam singles titles. He is the reigning men's singles champion of Wimbledon. He is the reigning singles champion of the ATP World Tour Finals. 19 ATP Masters 1000 Series events. He is the world number 1. He is from Serbia, and he is Djokovic. And now their opponents, the Micromax Indian Aces, led by their player and coach from France, Fabrice Santoro. Our next ace won the Dubai doubles title earlier this year. He now has 10 career doubles titles on the ATP World Tour. From India, it's Rohan Bopanna. 5 career titles on the ATP World Tour, including the Master Series events in Monte Carlo. He got to number 5 in the world. He's from France. Let's watch Cedric Pioline. Our next ace has 22 doubles titles to her. He is also a Grand Slam mixed doubles champion. From India, Sanya Mirza. This man won the Montpellier singles title this year. He was a finalist in Doha, the semi-finalist at Metz, and in Bucharest in Romania. He's got 5 singles titles to his credit. He is ranked number 18 in the world. From France, it's Gaël. She's won 4 titles in 2014. She's now won 15 career singles titles, including the 2008 Women's Singles Championship at Roland Garros. Ranked number 5 in the world from Serbia, let's welcome Ana Ivanovic.
Saving the best till last, that's for sure. Max Indian Aces, of course, already crowned champions, and so therefore surely this match will be a real celebration for them. Such a close-knit team, generating so much good energy on the bench. They've had special Sanya Mirza and Rohan Bopanna, and they've certainly played their part. Been able to call upon Cedric Pioline when they've needed to, when Fabrice Santoro was injured a little bit. Of course, Fabrice very much the star of the show there as well, and then the owners on the end, all flown in, get their hands on the trophy, and of course the $1 million prize money. The UAE Royals were hoping that this was going to be a match for the title. It would have been had they been able to win yesterday evening. They weren't able to do so, despite the fact that Novak Djokovic served for the final set at 5-3 up. And he only needed a hold to take us into a decider this evening, but he was some exceptionally good tennis from Thomas Berdych when it really mattered to beat Novak in a shootout. So this, for all intents and purposes, is a dead rubber, but I'm sure all of the players out there are going to give 100% this evening. Everybody wants to finish on a high. Let's get courtside now with Craig Willis.
Well, for the last time over what has been 3 weeks of outstanding tennis in 4 cities, the last toss of the coin. Adib John is back with us as a guest of Coca-Cola. Not yet, young man. He did a great job, so you did such a good job. We've got you back. J.L. De Jager and also Fabrice Santoro. Folks, he's done an outstanding job. He has over 100 sets of tennis. He has been in control. Our Wonderful chair umpire. Giving you a wrap here, John Blom.
Thank you very much, Craig. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Terms and conditions?
As usual, we have a coin toss here by Dib. He's going to supervise that, and the winner of the toss will choose serve or receive.
Now, Dib, you're right. And the call will come from? Jael.
Coca-Cola.
Another great choice. Away we go, young man. Oh, that's a beauty, and it is. Coca-Cola. What are we going to see to open the program?
We're going to receive first.
And?
Maldanovic for us.
Very confident, very confident. And you guys were pumped when you ran out here, Fabrice.
Yeah, we're going to start with Anna Ivanovic, so we're going against Christina.
We're going to look forward to that. Good luck to both teams. The final of the Coca-Cola IPTL for season 2014. The tennis underway in 3 minutes from now.
And a nice touch. I think all of the players had signed each other's tracksuits, hadn't they, as far as the aces were concerned. Really nice memento that to achieve over the course of the last 3 weeks or so. Up first, Anna Ivanovic against Kristina Mladenovic. That'll be a battle. And I'm sure Mladenovic will want to beat Ivanovic in her last match. She's played well. She's been one of the stars of the show there. She was a late replacement for Eugenie Bouchard. She wasn't even slated to play initially, and she's played exceptionally well when called upon. She will also play in the mixed doubles against Bopana and Mirza. With Zimanic, he'll partner Novak Djokovic in the men's doubles against Bopana and Monfils, so those two sets promise much. Then it's the legends, Goran Ivanisevic against Cedric Pierlin, and then Novak Djokovic to round off the action against Gael Monfils. Remember, Robbie, it's surprising, isn't it? Novak hasn't won a set yet.
He's lost a couple of close ones, hasn't he? And it's been tough for him, making the necessary adjustments, but it just shows you when the odd nuance is thrown into the equation. And of course, having to deal with just one set, it's not always easy for the very best players in the world to get the W as easy as they would if they were playing 2 out of 3 sets. But Novak will bring the heat tonight. Of that you can be absolutely sure, Jason.
Okay, there can't be anybody out there now that doesn't know the rules, but just in case there is, here's a quick reminder. The 4 teams have contested a total of 24 matches in a round-robin format at the 4 venues, and it's 4 points awarded to each winning team per overall tie. Each match consists of 5 separate sets. The home captain can decide the order in which those sets are played. And after the conclusion of all 5 of those sets, the team with the most games wins. It's as simple as that. So every game does indeed count. Each set is the first of 6 games, but there's a deciding point at deuce when the receiver has choice of sides, and there's a shootout of 5-all, which is time sensitive, so that's very different to a normal tiebreaker. The player leading after 5 minutes wins whatever the score. There's a shot clock, only 20 seconds are allowed between points. That was a problem initially for the players. Not anymore. Team captains also play their part too. There's a timeout, a power point, and a substitution allowed one set. The power points in particular are exceptionally important, so keep an eye out for those. They count double for the receiver. So let's take a slightly closer look at the 3 previous meetings between these 2 teams, and it's been a little bit of a nightmare for the Royals. The Aces have dominated throughout. They met at match 5 in Manila initially, and it was a strong lineup, wasn't it? After Anna had lost to Kristina initially, that was a little bit of a surprise, wasn't it?
When Kristina really showed us her mettle right off the bat, her big game, and the fact that she can blow opponents away is difficult to deal with. And Ivanovic did struggle in that department. And then, of course, with Zimanic, they had a little downer that day. That's Bopana and Mirza showed us that they're going to be one of the teams to be reckoned with as far as the mixed doubles were concerned.
Yeah, both in the mixed doubles and in the men's doubles. Bopana's been outstanding. And it's very important if you're going to have a specialist doubles player or players on your team that they've got to on well and get you a lot of points, and that was the case. Bopana and Mirza beating Zimanic and Mladenovic when these 2 teams met in match 7 in Singapore. Look at the difference in the singles initially. Anna beating Kristina 6 games to 2, and once you get off to a decent start, Josh Eagle was telling us earlier, Robbie, you build momentum, don't you? And that's what happened in the end. It was a crushing defeat for the Royals on that occasion.
Yeah, scoreboard pressure is the terminology that he's using, and it was one of the heaviest defeats that we had in this IPTL league. But things did change as far as the Royals were concerned.
And that's important, isn't it, to bounce back after a poor loss. And of course, the Royals were able to beat the Aces when they met in Delhi, and we saw highlights of that match just before the start of this one. And what an incredible atmosphere that match was played in, Robbie. They were so tight, weren't they? Mladenovic beat Ivanovic 6-5 in a shootout, and Goran played lights out. It was 4-1 40-love up against Sampras before Peter had enough and Santoro was brought in as a substitute. Goran got a little tight there, didn't he? But eventually prevailed, and then it all started getting a little more exciting. Federer was a substitute in the mixed doubles, just to, I think, get him warmed up for the men's doubles, and that's when everybody started to play lights out.
Well, remember, it went down to a final deciding point in the shootout, and Federer came up with a massive backhand return off a bomb of Zimonjić off his first deal. And then, of course, Federer, Djokovic was without doubt the highlight of the league.
Of course, that match was won eventually in overtime, but Federer did beat Djokovic 6-5 in that shootout. And it's a match that they will both remember for the rest of their days, and certainly a match that I'm sure, Robbie, you'll join me in suggesting that we'll remember for the rest of our days as well. So this is match 24. It's been a fascinating 3 weeks in the Coca-Cola International Premier Tennis League presented by Qatar Airways. We're going to start this evening with women's single, and it's going to be Ana Ivanovic against Kristina Mladenovic.
Good hustle early on from Mladenovic.
When you look at the averages of these two players, Ana Ivanovic up there at 5.55 games a set. That's what she's winning each and every time she steps out onto the court for her captain, Fabrice Santoro. Good numbers. Kristina just slightly behind at 4.91, but still, anything near 5 games a set is outstanding. We had Josh Eagle telling us earlier, the captain of the BBS Singapore Slammers, that what you want to avoid as a captain, what you want to avoid as a team, are big losses in sets. Very, very difficult to play catch-up.
Yes. Starting point.
So we got a big point early on. That's the beauty of this format. Every single game counts. So it's a deciding point. It's going to be won by Mladenovic.
Yeah. Always risky, isn't it, to attempt to use a drop shot on a really big point, because it's so risky if you don't hit it perfectly, or if your opponent anticipates it well and they get up to it nice and early. And they've got plenty of options, as Mladenovic did there. Nice and aggressive, but she's been a real star for her team in this competition. Gets off to a good start here. 1-love. I think Josh Eagle was telling us earlier about the women in your team. He thinks it's important to get a big hitter in there that can do some damage.
Oh, we've seen both these young ladies do some serious damage from the back of the court. Great versatility as well with Mladenovic. Plays some good mixed.
15th.
It's a lovely shot. She loves using the lines off both wings.
Made the tough one. Even Anna lost her concentration there for a second.
Yeah, she'd like to be able to hit the hot dog as well as Christina does there. I think of all the players, Anna's enjoyed this competition more than anybody else. Never seen her smile so much.
It's infectious, isn't it? That wonderful smile that she has. And everybody on the team bench has felt the warmth.
Of course, Kiki does get a bit moody every now and then. She's played 1 or 2 sets where she's been a bit grumpy and hasn't played well as a result. But when she smiles, when she enjoys herself out there, when she expresses herself, she plays great tennis too.
Averaging 4.91 games per set. Those are good numbers. She really has shown us some great versatility. Not only in singles and mixed, but also on the courts. We've seen some nice touch and some good power hitting.
Yeah, because of course Anna just plays singles, but Kiki will play singles and mixed, so on double duty every night.
Oh, there's the founder, Mahesh Bhupathi. He's in the tunnel with Bruno Suarez of the IPTL.
Always important for these teams to get off to a decent start, so when you put your women in first, you're always looking for a positive performance. Remember, it's the home team captain who gets to choose the order of play.
2 games to 1.
Aces off to a decent start. 2 games to 1.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Dior Homme, Eau for Men, the new fragrance by Christian Dior.
Sponsored by Bet365.
I don't mind that play, even though she missed out on the target, but it's always nice to go after your opponent's second serve early on in a match. Try and just ruffle their feathers. Oh, that is a beauty.
That's lovely tennis. It was the movement after the drop that was so crucial there. Had she not pushed down the nets, it would have been easy for Anna just to bump that one nice and deep, and then she would have held the upper hand in the rally.
UAE Royals.
Keeper was able to take this form, this aggressive mindset, this positive attitude on tour with her next year, wouldn't it?
You hope so. This is a catalyst for bigger and better things as far as she is concerned.
15.
Of course, Anna was telling us a couple of weeks ago, start of the tournament, that she has high hopes of winning a Grand Slam next year. Not practicing as much as she used to, but she's working hard physically. And she's very much working on that positive attitude. Still has one or two problems with the ball toss. That's always been her Achilles heel, hasn't it?
Yeah, gets too far forward and out to her right. And really the only serve you can hit thereafter is that slider out wide.
And that's why, as an opponent, you've got to be looking for that one all the time. Ivanovic was there. Deal with that well, and your quid's in.
That's a difficult serve to hit off that ball toss. She did well to make it. Oh, that is big-time tennis from Kiki. Great defensive skills, though, from Ivanovic. Unloading on ground stroke after ground stroke. Some deft touch there. Wonderful variety. Applauding the efforts of her opponents. Sportsmanship.
Choose. Starting point 6.
So we're into another deciding point. Oh, a little bit of 740. Just enough to upset Ivanovic's rhythm. Perhaps she just took her eye off the ball.
It's nice and tight this opening sets. Aces lead, 3 games to 2.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Join us at Autosport International and the Performance Car Show, where the world of motorsport meets performance road cars. Get close to amazing racing and road cars and experience the live action arena at the NEC Birmingham from the 8th to the 11th of January. Don't miss out. Book your tickets today.
Sponsored by Bet365.
That's a lovely serve.
No bouncing courts. Just asking herself to bend those knees, get a bit more underneath the ball, get the necessary elevation. Beauty. Another one from Anna. Got a frustration in that forehand. 45, that's big. Nice athleticism there. Good control, back for the smash. Love the surge forward. As soon as she knew that return was good.
Indian aces have called a happiness power point.
So happiness power points for the aces. So this one counts 2 for the receiver.
So game point for the Royals, but break point for the aces.
Oh, can you believe it? Can't leave that, surely, on such an important point. Very simple volley, or an easy drive volley, and all of the women hit that shot so well.
It shows how tight she is. Didn't want to hit the shot in case she missed it. So suddenly, it's a break of serve. Ivanovic leads 4-2 now.
Point's massive. I mean, such a big discrepancy in the scoreboard, and she's still thinking about it. I mean, 3-all versus 4-2. You're on a par, or your opponent has twice as many games as you. How's that for a difference? It just affects the psychology as well. And they're just checking with the team that it is indeed over the net. She's supposed to be hitting the ball.
Careful with that return of serve as well, haven't you? Because, you know, you're taking a risk every time you go down the line there. High part of the net, you hit that little late, you're in trouble. So I think it's much better to go centre or cross.
Well, Kiki thought it was a foot fault because the ball toss was so far in front of her. But let's see if she kept her foot behind the line or not. She did. Good call again from John Blom. He's done an outstanding job.
He really has. Testing conditions. Much better toss that time. She's got that
UAE Royals challenging the ball
out to
on
her
the
right as well.
left.
She can generate some decent pace on that first serve. And then use the slider as a bit of variation. But when the ball toss gets out to her right, she's only left with the slider. Can't do anything else. So a power point here, counts double for the receiver. She's lost both of those. Hence, there's a big discrepancy now in the scoreline. The lights for the Micromax Indian Aces. They've taken a 5-2 lead against the UAE Royals in the opening set here.
Sponsored by Bet365.
At Richer Sounds, we're passionate about bringing your music and movies to life. For amazing colour and clarity, why not upgrade to this Panasonic 50-inch 4K smart TV for just $1,299 with a friendly team of experts and fully qualified installers at our 53 stores nationwide. We'll make your home entertainment dream come true.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Indianapolis chanting a call on the right baseline.
Once again, she's trying to attack the second serve, but she pulled it off. Oh, a little deep again.
40. Too many of those today. Just missed, but
okay, UAE
most of them from Ivanovic. Not the best tennis today.
Indianapolis lead 5 games to 3.
Quite the same attitude as she has when on a live rubber. So it's good stuff though from Anna, serving for the set here. Oh, he's again chasing that ball toss. It was a late call. Could look a little wide from where we are.
Chanting a call on the sideline ball score. Love
Good overall. Generally, but it's such a safe target, so I can just go with that all day long. You don't need to take that such a risk so early in the rally. Let it develop a little bit.
UAE Royals chanting a call. Right by side. Ball score. 15-30.
Just not able to make the adjustment. Every single time she has a problem with the toss, it's too far forward and too far to her right. So just has to release the ball just a little later.
Great anticipation. 80% of the easy passes go cross court. And Kiki was all over that. She is still believing.
5-4. Hey, our fan base is improving, Robbie.
No way.
15.
One's better than none, right?
Oh, I'll tell you what, you got a much bigger shout out than me. I'm jealous. You got a fan.
I definitely deserve it. Don't I?
I'm gutted.
Game. UAE Royals. 5 minutes old. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes shootout will now be played.
To get off to a decent lead in the shootout. Brilliant, no panic there on the final volley. I love the approach shot, the footwork is superb. Got up the court, took it on the rise. Perfect base to hit from. It's very easy to panic when your opponent gets the ball back like that. Great target on the volley.
UAE Royals challenging call on the left baseline, balls 14.
Oh yes, that is a line licker.
Just under 3.5 minutes left on the clock. 2-point lead. Stage like this, with just 3 minutes left on the clock, it's very easy to start to panic when you're 4-1 down. Fabrice in conversation with his charge, just checking whether she wanted to play the power point or not. Of course, both players get additional power points in the shootout. She prefers returning on the juice side, so that's why she wanted Fabrice just to wait one more point. So this one counts double for Ivanovic. Can you believe it? What a dig!
Top class tennis from Mladenovic. What a little flick this was as well. Inch perfect.
Remember, that was a power point. That saved her 2. And now, Mladenovic has played her power point, so this counts double for her. 4-3. Made that 2. No call, so challenge. Ivanovic thinks this one missed. So take it to the Cartoon Kingdom for verification. That's a lovely shot. Well in.
5-4. UAE Royals.
So that counts double for the Royals. Suddenly, Mladenovic has turned this shootout on its head. She leads 5-4 now. It's the real weakness in her game. Technically, quality of the serve, a little jerky the motion, and under pressure, she can suffer the occasional double faults. A minute left on the clock now.
6 was better. UAE Royals.
There's plenty of time, but this next point could prove crucial. Lovely serve. On as even, 6 apiece. 30 seconds left on the clock.
It's a
lovely serve. Nice combination. So we've got time for one more point. Mladenovic holds here. We'll be down to a deciding point.
Wait, please. Indian Aces have called a
timeout calls. So, I mean, that will wind Mladenovic up like you can't believe. And that's exactly what Fabrice Santoro wants, doesn't he? He wants her to think about this, about how important this next point is. And she needs to win it to draw level.
You get one more point, yeah. One.
This is where Fabrice Santoro has been so good as a captain. He's relaxed his players, but then, just as they've walked out to play the point, he's fed them vital information just to get them focused again. Let's see what Mladenovic is made of here. 13 seconds left on the clock. Ivanovic leads 7-6. And that's a big serve.
7-0.
So the clock's run out here, Robbie. 7 points apiece. What's the deal here?
It's the receiver's choice, and whoever wins this point wins the shootout. It's that simple. It's all or nothing.
Set point then for both. You always thought that might happen under extreme pressure. Any technical deficiencies are definitely going to rear their ugly heads and bite you in the butt. Exactly what happened there to Mladenovic. So Ivanovic wins the set, only just 6-5.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Sponsored by William Hill, the World Darts Championship starts Thursday, live only on the Sky Sports Darts channel.
The thing about Sky News tonight is we have a very unstructured way of approaching the news.
We reflect in our coverage the issues that really matter to people.
There's much more flexibility, I think.
It's not a formal,
traditional,
sitting down at a table,
authorial,
question and answer type scenario.
We've got insight from our team of specialists.
Instead of just giving you the story, we actually interrogate it.
Unpick, unearth, so that you can hold the politicians that make the decisions to account.
The technological capabilities of how you can report are changing all the time.
Comprehensive,
in-depth,
and a bit of fun.
In reality, there are some simple truths, and we're trying to get to the heart of what those truths are.
Sponsored by Bet365.
And next up, it'll be a bit of mixed doubles. Nenad Zimonjic and Kiki Mladenovic up against Rohan Bopana and Mirza. The Indians have been outstanding as a partnership. But of course, we were chatting to Nenad earlier today, Robbie, and he was telling us just how well played over the course of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, he certainly has a lot of confidence in his own ability as Zimonjic, and that's what makes him such a tough individual, and that's why he's so good on the match court. He's got a lot of self-belief, and he's not going to want to go down. He's going to want to preserve this good record that he has. As the owners of the Mike Max Indian Aces, and we had an opportunity to meet them last week in New Delhi, and they just said they couldn't have dreamed really when they were investing in this overall format, and of course their team, that they could have had the kind of experience they had in New Delhi when Federer and Pete Sampras joined them, but particularly Federer. That was incredible, wasn't it? I mean, it was the way Roger fitted in as well, so seamlessly. I think that's what made it so nice. He was so into it. He was giving pieces of advice to everybody and knew when to stand back. And of course, the reception that they received was off the charts.
And it's so nice, isn't it, to hear from businessmen as well that have earned millions and millions and millions of dollars, yet still desperate to try and experience sport at the highest level. And he's a tennis fan. He plays a bit of tennis himself, Raul. But he said that experience being on court when Federer was playing Djokovic, and of course Federer representing his team, was priceless.
Yeah, he said it was electric. He said it was his best sporting experience he's ever had. And he's been around a lot, and I'm sure some of the biggest arenas, cricket arenas in the world, and who knows what else. There's Raul.
He also told us that he was due to have a private session with Roger as well later that day, so we need to have a little chat with him later to see how that panned out. So this is match 24. It's been a very exciting 3 weeks, and of course the Aces have already been crowned champions. UAE Royals would have had an opportunity had they been able to win last night and again beaten the Aces in this particular match to win the overall trophy, but it wasn't to be. And once Novak Djokovic wasn't able to beat Thomas Berdych yesterday evening. Bit of mixed doubles then here. Nenad Zimonjic and Kiki Mladenovic up against Rohan Bopana, Sanya Mirza.
She's got such a devastatingly good forehand as Mirza. Small in stature, big in power. What a get out of jail shot that was from Zimonjic.
Of course, the Indians were nervous when they played in New Delhi. Big superstars back home, obviously.
Yeah, Mirza asked us not to include her in the Indians. It was just Rohan, right? She was MVP that day. First match to get things underway in Manila.
And it was interesting talking to both Sanya and Bops. They didn't know what to expect. They heard that ticket sales had gone well. They thought, obviously, given Federer's achieved so much in the game, that he would have a very warm reception, but they still couldn't believe the atmosphere that those matches, the 3 days in New Delhi, were played. And they both responded well too when playing with Roger.
Because that's easy, it brings its own challenges, doesn't it? You don't want to be embarrassed out there, you want to play well.
Well, Anna was telling us, right, she's a Grand Slam champion, and she said when she played the 5th set on that day, having watched Roger play 3 sets prior to that, that she was as nervous as she's ever been in the first few games. And that says a lot. A good start by the Royals. 6 apiece now. Remember, every game counts. Keep an eye on the overall score.
15 minutes. 30 left.
He's got a bomb. He's thinking about a challenge, not sure. Sometimes it's not only about that pacey serve, but it's the heavy kicker that Rohan hits that troubles a lot of the female players.
Oh! 40-50. Game, Indian aces. One game.
One apiece. That's why she tries to hit a forehand every available opportunity. It's not rocket science. It's a lovely combination. I always knew that Pop's had a good serve. Great hand to the net, but I've been impressed with the quality of the returns as well.
I think he returns best as well when he's committed to coming forward behind it. Get that body weight going forward. Always make a cleaner strike.
Do you think if you were coaching, it's too late to change the technique on her serve? Do you just pretty much have to put up with it and make the best of it?
Yeah, I think so. Once you get to 20, 21, 22, it's very difficult to make changes. You've got so many hours of making that swing. Oh, that would have been a very nice swing. A fluid swing it was. But it's so difficult. You need thousands of hours to groove it. And of course, when you do try and make a change, your ranking suffers as a result. Generally, your results will go down, and players don't want that. They want to be moving up their rankings, not moving down in their early to mid-20s.
Yeah, that's why they're loath to make any changes, really. If you are going to try to do so, they've got to be fully committed. Again, wonderful return. It's long levers, so he takes, full cuts at the ball, and when he times it well, and I think you're absolutely right, Robbie, when he's stepping into it forwards, hits it beautifully. Deciding points. Let's see what Mirza's made of here. Poor game from Mirza. Good serving. Ivanovic mixed it up nicely. They get the holds. Of course, Royals lead 2-1 in this set. Look at the overall score. 7 games apiece now.
Sponsored by Bet365. Sponsored by Bet365.
15 all.
Mahesh Bhupathi is courtside and delighted to say he's joined us for a quick chat. Mahesh, Jason up in the commentary box here. Welcome.
Hey,
and just give us your thoughts really on the final day of this competition, given all that you've been through in the last 3 weeks. I mean, do you look at what you've been able to achieve with a great sense of pride?
Yeah, I think so. I think the team is extremely excited. They've worked amazingly hard to put this whole thing together. You know, doing the scale of event we have in 4 cities in 3 weeks is obviously, you know, some people told us it was suicidal, but we've been able to pull it off, and you know, we're very proud of it, and looking forward to some well-deserved rest.
I think we all are, aren't we? Yeah, players and fans included. It's been very exciting over the course of the last 3 weeks. But tell me what surprised you most about all of the matches and the concept in general.
I think, you know, how quickly the players took to it, you know, the team atmosphere, the bonding. You know, I've had, you know, multiple players come up to me and tell us, you know, numerous experiences over the past few weeks on how, you know, they've made new friends. They've, you know, spoken to players who they haven't for so many different years on tour. You know, the plane that, you know, shuttled with the players from city to city also created that bond between them. So I think the players have loved it, and you know, that energy that they bring to the court, I think, has translated onto television and the fans on court.
I mean, you're a major superstar in India, given all that you've been able to achieve throughout the course of your playing career. And we're all very much looking forward to going to New Delhi and bringing Roger Federer there for the very first time. How do you think that went? Was that better than you expected?
UAE Royals.
Yes, I mean, we didn't know what to expect. We knew it was going to be, you know, extremely big, and obviously Roger, you know, did exactly what we expected him to do. He charmed everybody in India. You know, he won everybody's hearts over, and you know, it was an explosion. I mean, people loved it, and you know, they're really looking forward to hopefully him coming back.
Mahesh, Robbie.
Hey.
Mahesh, great to take tennis to new destinations around the world. I think that's something else that we've really seen that's been so well received.
Yes, I mean, that was the goal. I mean, there's so many different parts of Asia and the Middle East that don't see these superstars and, you know, high quality tennis. And, you know, I think that was part and parcel of our concept. And, you know, we will continue to strive to do that, because it's been amazingly received, especially in Delhi and Manila, where they don't see this level of tennis. And, you know, that exactly kind of validates why we thought that through.
And what's the interest been like from other people looking at this? Have there been interest from other countries, other owners perhaps?
There has been a lot of interest, even in countries where they have a lot of tennis, like China. We've got multiple, you know, multiple kind of lines of interest, but, you know, we're taking it slow. You know, we're obviously going to evaluate every partnership possible, and, you know, hopefully by the middle of January, we'll announce which cities we're adding next season.
Well, Mahesh, it's been a fantastic success. The players and the fans around the world have thoroughly enjoyed it. It's great speaking to you, and well done on a phenomenal project, buddy.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, congratulations, Mahesh. 9-7 to the Royals.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Join us at Autosport International and the Performance Car Show, where the world of motorsport meets performance road cars. Get close to amazing racing and road cars and experience the live action arena at the NEC Birmingham from the 8th to the 11th of January. Don't miss out. Book your tickets today.
Sponsored by Bet365.
If you are watching for the very first time and wondered why play was continuous there with the let court, of course, in this form of the game, you play all lets.
Oh, how was the pick up there from Box? What a lovely little shot that was from Zimanic. So intelligent feel on that.
Yeah, this one right there.
There's many of those. Both Bhupathi and Mirza have just been slightly off their games here. It's going to be a little difficult for them to get up for it, having won the title yesterday evening. So it's proved.
Oh, what a reflex. Yeah, this is top class stuff.
Another return that. JL, the captain of the Royals there, was bitterly disappointed yesterday evening, wasn't he? It was tough to get anything out of him. He was distraught, really.
He was, and he had a full set of hair at the start of the IPTL, folks, in case you were wondering.
Good. UAE Royals
The
lead
fact that he
by-
looks a little frustrated. He's really enjoyed himself. His team well. Generated good team spirit. The Royals who lead 5-2, they're up 10-8 overall. He's just doing a little bit of stretching. Takes all sorts, doesn't it? Some players are happy just coming straight off the bench quickly for 3 minutes, good to go. Someone like Thomas Burdick, Novak Djokovic, and then we'll take a good 20 minutes, half an hour to warm up and be very specific with those exercises. So I think a lot depends on how old you are as well and what you're used to doing, what your routine is when you're preparing for matches. So Mirza needing to hold here to stay in the set.
15.
Zimanic. That's why he's one of the best in the business on a doubles court. How's this for a reflex? That is so easy on the eye. But he had to finish with an unforced error. Oh, and again, great hands this time from Box.
30-40.
All to no avail, though. Set point for the Royals.
Oh, what a way to shut the gates. That was a stellar set of tennis, as far as the Royals were concerned.
Good focus. There's no question that Mirza and Bhupathi were a little subpar there. So the Royals win the set, 6 games to 2. It's 11-8 now, they lead.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Whether you care to admit it lately or not, I am an important part of your life. You are an important part of mine. You and I are bound, somehow.
Brand new Elementary.
I kind of feel like hugging you right now.
Tuesday at 9 on Sky Living HD, or catch up on demand.
Sponsored by William Hill, the World Darts Championship starts Thursday, live only on the Sky Sports Darts channel.
Hey everybody, it's Sky Movies Adventure Time! Step this way. Ladies and gentlemen, the Great Gonzo! Nice trip! Mom, Dad, go this way.
Step into the adventure with Sky Movies this Christmas. Sky. Believe in better.
Give me a reason to wake up in the morning.
Don't have a clue. I'm waiting for the dog to die so I can shoot myself.
Sponsored by Bet365.
So good win for Ivanovic over Kristina Mladenovic initially in the women's singles, 6-5. That went down to the final point. And of course, Mladenovic served a double fault, so she was a little disappointed with that, but hit back strongly in the mixed doubles with Nenad Zimanic, beating Rohan Bopana and Sanya Mirza 6 games to 2. Up next, men's doubles. Normally, Nenad Zimanic plays with Maran Cilic. Novak Djokovic in today for the US Open champion. They're up against Bopana and Monfils, and if they're not careful, Bopana and Monfils might take a bit of a hiding in this one if Djokovic comes out and gets warmed up quickly and plays well, because Bopana was off the pace in that mixed doubles there, and I'm not sure what to expect from Monfils today either. Monfils, I think, has been a one-player, Robbie, that although he's electrified the crowds, we were talking to Fabrice Santoro yesterday, and he said he's very difficult to captain because he's simply uncontrollable. If he's in a great mood, he can play incredibly well, and he can beat anybody, and he can pull off amazing shots and entertain the crowd and the rest of his team. So great from that perspective, but if he's not quite in the right mood, then his base level of play and his attitude in that scenario is relatively poor, isn't it?
I hear you. For me, when I watch Gael play, he doesn't need to try and entertain the crowd, because the way he plays the game is entertaining enough. He doesn't need the antics to go with it. The movement, the sliding, the court coverage, shots that he's able to pull off. you know, that alone is more than enough for any tennis fan. And if he could just try and knuckle that down and just hone his skills better, be more disciplined in that department, I think we'd see even more consistency from him a week in, week out on tour.
Monfils has an average in this competition, using the Klaus calculator, 4.58 games a set. Now, that's pretty decent. Anything above 4.5 is good. Josh Eagle, the Singapore Slammers captain, was telling us earlier, the one thing you have to avoid are big hits in any set. You can't lose 6-love, 6-1, 6-2. It's too big a deficit to then try and overcome, and the rest of the team feels the pressure thereafter of trying to play catch-up. We're all set for a bit of men's doubles. Zimanic, of course, one of the best doubles players in the world. He's averaging 4.68 in this competition, partnering Novak Djokovic. Against Rohan Bopana. So only averaging 2.92 games a set. That's not great. So all of the players represented the champions. His average is the worst.
All right, let's go. Come on. There's no more.
Partnering Gael Monfils, 4.58, which is decent. Nice to see Novak back on court. Some great quotes from him today in the press here, saying that he's never felt such intense energy in any competition. Of course, tennis is an individual sport. He's represented his country in the Davis Cup successfully, of course. But he said it's a different type of energy, a different type of pressure he feels when doing that. But here he said the energy that teams have created, specifically his team, it's so intense. He said it's so nice to be a part of that. And he's really enjoyed it. Loves the format. Thinks all of the additions, or the changes, I should say, rather than additions, that have been made for this competition have been good ones. 20 seconds between points. The power point that counts double for the receiver, one of those a set. The substitutions that the captains are allowed to make per set. The shootout, loves it all.
15.
I like that return of serve that Zimanic just attempted there. The ball's onto you quickly, especially in doubles. Use that block return, try and get it down low with no pace.
30.
That's big.
First game.
Good translation. Not hit the ball too hard, but controlling it with spin, getting it dipping. Always much more difficult for the volleyer to control the ball when that's the case, rather than just feeding off the pace. Captain J.L. Diaga said that Novak Djokovic has been an outstanding member of his team. He said it's been a real privilege to get to know Novak a little bit as well over the course of the last week, 10 days or so, since he joined them in India. But obviously he's been around the tour, he's watched him play. He never had an opportunity to get to know him a little bit, and he said he's just been fabulous.
Yeah, a lot of knowledge. And, so generous as well. And, getting of his tennis knowledge. And so from a VIP pass for him, riding separately with the team. He's in the team bus with everybody else each and every day to and from site.
He's making sure the team votes for the MVP every day. So that very much been part and parcel of generating that good team spirit.
Wow.
He's carrying a little niggly injury as well. Problem with his knee and bruised his hip as well when he fell over. Well, not fell over, he dived the other day. Hurts a bit too. I'm surprised he's really that they're struggling.
Game. UAE Royals. 2 games to 1.
So it's turning into a bit of a struggle for Monfils. Royals lead 2 games to 1.
Sponsored by Bet365. Sponsored by Bet365.
What a shot! Almost hit that in the front row on the side of the court. Check this out. Right on the line.
Clip that off. Put that on your show reel. Tennis, great shot selection. So effective that shot in doubles, doesn't matter what standard of tennis you play. Obviously, probably could just pull off anything there. So good on that high forearm volley, Ivanovic. He swings too much at it. His aim's nice and low at the opponent who's closest to the net.
Indonesia have called a happiness PowerPoint. Game. UAE.
Good service. His pace. His deliveries, Ivanovic. 3-1's the lead for the Royals now. They're up 14-9 overall.
57.
Closed out the net beautifully there. Through the volley phenomenally well. So that's the key. You don't want to stop and then be static as you're hitting the shot. Very good that return. Watch him hit backhands all day long. We've seen how many players have struggled with Bhupath's kick serve. How much height he gets off the court. Not Djokovic. Just went a little too early there toward number one.
UAE Royals calling happiness foul points.
There it is again.
Game.
You've got to mix things up. You can't serve that.
UAE Royals lead by 4.
One of his favourite shots, that. Djokovic and Ivanovic looking good. They lead 4-1.
Sponsored by Bet365. Sponsored by Bet365.
Oh, it's substitution time for the Royals. What's the deal there?
It's Big G.
It's one thing to get subbed in, it's another to take Novak Djokovic's place, isn't it?
Wait,
Novak's
take the ball.
letting the guy with the big deal just close it out, saving his best for last. Is Novak probably.
Yeah, he's got a bit of singles to lovely. Last set of the match.
When you got Novak in your grill, you better produce the goods, right?
100%. Great footwork, good court awareness.
Such a character of the game. Talk about another player with an infectious smile. Goran's right up there.
Still got such a love for the game as well. Shines through. Although when he's 4-1 down, you can't always see that, can you? Does get a little frustrated when that's the case, but so competitive still. He's playing well.
He's got one of for people skills.
UAE Royals lead 5-2.
Interact with fans throughout the last couple of weeks. He's always got time for a picture or a little chirp here and there. It's never just picture and go.
Good
doubles tennis, good hand skills from all players concerned. Good purchase off the court. Doing it. All kinds of bites. Oh! I think he's actually hit that poorly. Hit it a bit late. Didn't mean it, did he? Glanced off the side of his head. Ball's up, 5-2, they lead 16-10.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Dior Homme, Eau for Men, the new fragrance by Christian Dior.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Ladies and gentlemen, Indian Aces.
So it'd be nice to hear from you.
Made a substitution.
You got in touch at IPTL.
Replacing Romapana,
made as Laf, Goran, and Monfils. I mean, why wouldn't you? Those two are fantastic.
15.
Highly great entertainers. Good players too, so you want that combination.
Cedric Piolin in now for the Aces.
Pops has got yanked. He's played particularly well today. One or two great returns, one or two great shots, but generally it's been a bit subpar.
So, time to put this set to bed. Oh, not just yet. That's how you hit a backhand return.
Game.
It's good focus and concentration from Zimanic and Djokovic initially. His place was taken by Goran Ivanovic. Carlsen serves well, why wouldn't he? The Royals get it done, 6-2. They're up by 7 overall.
Sponsored by Bet365.
International tour manager.
Dominic, bad guy?
It's pronounced bad G. It's French.
Muppets Most Wanted. Available Friday on Sky Movies Premiere.
What are you in the mood for? Do you want to have fun with the girls?
I'm ready to take this party by storm. Like, I'm woman, hear me roar. You're a really good dancer.
So are you.
Thanks, I know.
Are you looking for love?
Such a cliche. You seem like a really nice guy, but why do you think I go on so many bad dates?
You could overthrow an empire. Spartacus!
That is not my name.
Or become the true detective.
You ever see something like this?
No, sure. Something happened to a girl, and we need to know if any of you knew her.
Of course I'm dangerous. I'm police.
And uncover the biggest murder mysteries.
Sherlock Holmes, Jane Watson. He's a criminal genius. Sorry, I mistook you for a corpse.
Whatever your mood.
Triple smiley face with tongue protruding.
Come on! Oh, what can I say? I'm in a good mood.
Sky's got it covered with the latest and greatest box sets. Available on demand now.
Power resides where men believe it resides.
Before it returns in the spring, your chance to catch up with every episode of Game of Thrones.
Winter is coming.
We will take back what was stolen from me. We will lay waste to armies and burn cities to the ground.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die.
The epic saga from the very beginning. Set your series link to record it all. Starts next Saturday from 9 on Sky Atlantic HD.
Give me a reason to wake up in the morning.
Don't have a clue. I'm waiting for the dog to die so I can shoot myself.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Important for the captains to have the right attitude, isn't it, Robbie, in this competition? Not all of them have captained well. I think Fabrice Santoro has been the best of the bunch for my money, but JL right up there as well. But one or two of them haven't been able to give enough energy when it's been required. They haven't been able to make their players smile when that's been required, and they haven't been able to make them buckle down when that's been required either.
Yeah, it's a skill and it's something that you learn over time. Of course, JL's been involved in a lot of team competitions, so well aware of what needs to be done. Fabrice certainly has the tactical acumen. I think that's what he's done really well for his team over the course of the last 18 days.
Just got to be careful sometimes when you get a lot of players from one country in one team. Like the Aces, French players in their team, with the addition of Cedric Peeling, one more as well, and then it can all be a little too friendly. You're all good mates, you've all been around for a long, long time. The captain's got to be able to step away and assert his authority when that's required. So up next, legend singles, Goran Ivanovic against Cedric Peeling, who's in for Fabrice Santoro. He was telling us yesterday evening that he's put his body under an awful lot of pressure in the last 3 weeks, and he's got aches and pains everywhere. But so today there's an opportunity for Cedric Peeling to get his first win. Came in as a reserve midway through the competition. Speaking of team spirits, it's very important, and tennis lover at Advice Giver 18 feels that the Indian Aces have got that right. Standing up, applauding every point. You know, you can tell what it means to them when they do that. Slammers were like that, weren't they? Created great energy. That's why I think the Mavericks have suffered. I think they would have won more matches if they'd been able to create more energy when it was required for all of their players.
Yeah, because as a player, you feed off the bench. In good times, obviously, but especially when you're struggling.
Yeah, there have been times when they've needed to lift the players that have been struggling, and the team on the bench haven't provided it.
Nice dig from Peeling early on. Served so well throughout the course of this event. So it's Pat Rafter or Mark Philippoussis. Shot that's been a little hit and miss for Goran on the forehand. Flattens it out too much sometimes. Get enough spin and arc. You want that rainbow shape on that shot.
Power point for the Aces, early doors, so break point for Peeling. serve, just to get the pace off it to make sure he got it in. Too sensitive with that forehand prod. Peely, it's a good start. Always nice to be up an early break against the likes of Goran.
Oh yes. Is it rainbow shape we're talking about on the forehand? Cedric nips this one beautifully. He's going over the highest part of the net. Always was a spectacular shot maker.
Third season.
How's that ball striking? Talk about world-class single-handed backhands. Cedric's is right up there. Oh, he's done it again! Rolling back the years. So well at the end of his range. 2-zip.
UAE Royals challenging the ball on the left baseline. Ball scores in. Replay points. Bolts. UAE Royals challenging ball on the service line. Balls will out.
Didn't miss by much, but that was enough.
Second set. Wait, please, wait. Thank you. Thank you. 15.
Slapping on the line. Still Such a simple and effective motion. Oh wow, speaking of simple and effective, what an angle.
Ball game when the pressure's off a little bit. Healy striking the ball beautifully here in the opening 3 games. He thoroughly deserves his lead. It's 17-13 overall.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Join us at Autosport International and the Performance Car Show, where the world of motorsport meets performance road cars. Get close to amazing racing and road cars and experience the live action arena at the NEC Birmingham from the 8th to the 11th of January. Don't miss out. Book your tickets today.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Time.
Love it. Come back. And it does make the forehand. It's got all kinds of power behind it. It's pretty flat.
Game UAE. Indian Aces lead 3-1.
Oh, it's more of the same. Still holds the record for the most aces in a single season on tour, does Goran.
Might stand for a while, that too.
The number's 1,477.
Angle of his shoulders. Incredible when he gets into the throwing position. So he can generate so much racket head speed. Such a low ball toss. So difficult for an opponent to get any kind of read on it. He used to hit his second serve hard as well. It wasn't like he just used to roll that thing in. So it's an occasional double. So many free points for both the first and the second serves as well. He's back in this. It's 3-2 now.
Sponsored by Bet365.
At Richer Sounds, we're passionate about bringing your music and movies to life. For amazing colour and clarity, why not upgrade to this Panasonic 50-inch 4K smart TV for just $1,299 with a friendly team of experts and fully qualified installers at our 53 stores nationwide. We'll make your home entertainment dream come true.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Time.
Throws the bag in it. Something like that with Putnam. They've certainly enjoyed themselves over the last 3 weeks. They got too much sleep. Every time I see him every day, I say, hey, what did you guys get up to last night? Oh, we're out partying. Every night.
Love it. Wait. Indonesia's transferring on the 7 side. Love it.
Premeditated play there from Goran. Always going to attack the second serve, but that was slap bang on the line. Good depth from Cedric.
Okay.
UAE Royals.
Can't believe that, can you? It's such a promising start. It's deteriorated rapidly. 3-3 now.
It's so low, it's got so much work on it.
On a slow court like this, it's so easy for him to get cheap points on serve.
It's not a misconception. The slow court will detract from the really big serves. It doesn't.
No, it really detracts from the medium pace service, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're spot on. If they don't get any help with the courts, big serves are going to serve big. Doesn't matter what it is. Clay, slow, hard.
UAE Royals.
Problems with the forehand on that occasion. Big miss of
UAE Royals
that's
lead
initially looking good now. Nice rear guard action from Goran. Royals lead 4-3.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Join us at Autosport International and the Performance Car Show, where the world of motorsport meets performance road cars. Get close to amazing racing and road cars and experience the live action arena at the NEC Birmingham from the 8th to the 11th of January. Don't miss out. Book your tickets today.
Sponsored by Bet365.
The service action, leads with the left arm. Sets the legs nicely.
For a piece.
Out. 39.
Take some evasive action if you're behind the court. So seats come with a warning. T's and C's apply.
Took it a little longer than it ever used to, but it does get nice and warm. Just as effective as it ever was.
Sponsored by Bet365.
At Richer Sounds, we're passionate about bringing your music and movies to life for amazing colour and clarity. Why not upgrade to this Panasonic 50-inch 4K smart TV for just $1,299 with a friendly team of experts and fully qualified installers at our 53 stores nationwide. We'll make your home entertainment dream come true.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Get back out there on court. Play more often.
We've got a couple of those bashes for Bruno.
Definitely have. I'll try him out on him first. So Peely needs the whole serve here. Staying a set after a bright start. He's struggled of late. The arc right, hasn't it? That shot now. Such a big difference when he's setting it too low, too hard, too flat, compared to when he just adds a little bit of spin. Not too much. Still an aggressive shot, obviously. And he gets the neck clearance. Just missed that one. It's a shame, but he hit it well. A good shot. If you were coaching him, you'd term that as a good miss. That's alternate Goran's it well, isn't it? That backhand one.
He's got it down low to the feet so often.
So a 5-minute shootout to decide matters here.
Player with the most points after 5 minutes wins the shootout. They each get an additional power point as well.
Start the clock. Just gave his captain a little nod there. Wants the power point played now when he's receiving the left court. So this counts double for Goran. Oh yes, he's made it. That serve kept a little low as well, didn't it? So what a vital adjustment he made there.
Just got the hands down low enough. Got under it. Beautiful. And 2 serves to come now.
4-0.
Built a sizable lead after only a minute in this shootout.
Indian
Decline now for Peely, hence the power point. So this one counts double for the Frenchman.
UAE Royals.
I mean, it is a huge lead, but still plenty of time for Peely. He needs a couple of decent and quick points here. Better serve, I think.
UAE Royals. UAE Royals. UAE Royals.
But it's such a massive asset to have a serve as good as that.
Just about 2.5 minutes left on the clock now.
UAE Royals. UAE Royals.
Feeling a little disappointed. He started very brightly, didn't he? He just hasn't quite played well enough to figure in these Legends singles. He's been delighted to have been called upon midway through the series, but
UAE Royals.
this time next year needs to work on his fitness a little bit, come in a little stronger physically, and help him play better tennis throughout the course of the set. Fair comment?
Most certainly, especially when the other guys are taking it so seriously.
a good example.
9-3.
Get it moving. You just can't compete with these guys. He's got a decent
UAE
serve on it,
Royals.
but can't keep it up for long enough.
We've seen Philippoussis has been in showroom condition. Goran's been good.
Fabrice not bad, right?
Yeah, it's been a standout.
And even before he got injured, Carlos Moya in excellent shape, wasn't he?
Enjoying himself now. Large and very much in charge in the shootout.
UAE Royals coming to call on the service line.
So the last point of the shootout, one suspects with the clock running down. That wasn't a bad catch.
He must be a natural athlete, that guy.
And full set, UAE Royals.
Six games from Goran. Started a little sluggishly, finished very strongly. He was highly entertaining throughout. 23-15 now.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Whether you care to admit it lately or not, I am an important part of your life. You are an important part of mine. You and I are bound, somehow.
Brand new Elementary.
I kind of feel like hugging you right now.
Tuesday at 9 on Sky Living HD, or catch up on demand.
What are you in the mood for? Do you want to have fun with the girls?
I'm ready to take this party by storm. Like I'm woman, hear me roar. You're a really good dancer.
So are you.
Thanks, I know.
Are you looking for love?
Such a cliche. You seem like a really nice guy, but why do you think I go on so many bad dates?
You could overthrow an empire. Spartacus!
That is not my name.
Or become the true detective.
You ever see something like this?
No, sure. Something happened to a girl and we need to know if any of you knew her.
Of course I'm dangerous. I'm police.
And uncover the biggest murder mysteries.
Sherlock Holmes, Jane Watson. He's a criminal genius. Sorry, I mistook you for a corpse.
Whatever your mood.
Triple smiley face with tongue protruding.
Oh, what can I say? I'm in a good mood.
Sky's got it covered with the latest and greatest box sets. Available on demand now.
As the competition reaches its climax,
we think of you as our Magnificent Seven.
Our semi-finalists face their greatest challenge.
You may disagree about important things.
Two sitters, two opposing points of view, but who will find the unique perspective?
I think it's maybe a little bit too bright.
I haven't got enough time.
And make it through to the final.
No, you're losing the image.
Portrait Artist of the Year.
I couldn't call it now, could you?
The semi-final, Tuesday at 8 on Sky Arts 1 HD, or catch up on demand.
Sponsored by Bet365.
I suppose some pretty good numbers, Goran, in this competition so far. 5.25 games per set. You can't argue with that, Robbie.
Sign him up for next year.
100%. Anyone who's averaging over 4 is good. Over 5 is outstanding. You get anywhere over 5.5. You want pen to paper right now, don't you?
With a race. Let's not forget that, Jason.
Next up, Novak Djokovic against Miguel Monfils. My only worry here is that Monfils is definitely carrying a little bit of an injury. So Djokovic, I think, will come out there and try and play his best tennis. He has done in each and every set that he's played. He's used the doubles sometimes as a bit of a warm-up for the singles, and he's played very, very seriously. That's why it's amazing that he hasn't won a set yet. I think that's going to change this evening. My main worry is that Monfils isn't going to be able to give him enough of a game. Sanya Mirza, so popular, so entertaining. That guy with a suit and a tie there, he's been hovering around that bench all night. Must have so many decent selfies there. All concerned.
Of course, one of the owners of the Malcolm X Indian Aces.
Bob's trying to negotiate his contract for next year there.
Already?
Yes.
He's not letting Raul have a look at his numbers on the Klaus calculator, is he?
Definitely not, because whilst he's played some highly entertaining tennis, and he's featured and played in some good sets, when he's played poorly, he hasn't been able to win games. It's as simple as that. His overall average in this competition, 2.9.
I think what he was saying was, remember me in India, playing with Roger? How good was I then, Raul?
Remember who the star really was in India.
It's so nice to have a guy like Raul Sharma involved, who's so passionate about the sport and investing in the sport as well, and I think he will be delighted with the returns that he's got with his aces. Raul's have been good too, and they're going to finish off with a banger. Looks like they're going to run out winners here, and if Novak Djokovic can put on a good show for them, all the better.
I think many expected this clash between the Royals and the Aces to be a showdown for the trophy. It hasn't panned out to be the case. I fancied them this evening. If they had won yesterday, to maybe cause an upset. They might not have won the trophy overall because the Aces only needed 2 points, but it was going to be tight. I thought they might be able to rise to the occasion. But it wasn't to be.
Love 15.
Oh! 15. How's that for a shot? Pulled it off, but how will the two get from this guy? First the backhand on the corner, then that dig. Almost pulled it off. A little unlucky there because that was a good strike. Inch higher, Novak was in trouble.
Game, UAE Royals, first game.
So, a couple of great opening points. It's Djokovic who's drawn first blood.
15-love.
is just another absolute rocket.
He's not standing on ceremony, is he? Doesn't want to get involved in too many protracted baseline rallies, obviously. So we just keep an eye on the winners, the pace of those winners, and of course how many unforced errors he hits as well. Might be a fair few of both.
UAE Royals.
Djokovic is so good as well, isn't he? You see these spectacular winners from players that he comes up against, but he still ends up winning the game. Rock solid. It's a shot I can watch all. Oh, how's that? Monfils tastes his own medicine there.
Okay, UAE Royals. UAE Royals lead 3 games to love.
No problems so far for the world number one, Novak Djokovic. Got a healthy lead after just 3 games. It's 26-15 now.
Sponsored by Bet365.
At Richer Sounds, we're passionate about bringing your music and movies to life for amazing colour and clarity. Why not upgrade to this Panasonic 50-inch 4K smart TV for just $1,299 with a friendly team of experts and fully qualified installers at our 53 stores nationwide. We'll make your home entertainment dream come true.
Sponsored by Bet365.
So power point this counts double for Monfils as the receiver. Again, just too solid. It's so important to make your first serve on the big points, to play them well, to play them intelligently. Djokovic is a master of that. 4-love.
Oh, 15.
Nowhere to hide against this guy. You're just half a step off your pace. No chance. Didn't he do well just to compensate for the let cord there? Of course, you play all the lets in this form of the game.
And the players have adapted so quickly, haven't they? So yes, they struggled initially in the first set in this format for any of the teams, but it shows you anything's possible. And you've got an open mind, you can adapt. Serious evasive action there.
40-30. UAE Royals have called the happiness foul ball.
Half point for the Royals. This counts double for Djokovic, so win this one and he'll serve for the set.
Game UAE Royals. UAE Royals lead 5 games to love.
So Djokovic just a game away now. 28-15 is the score.
Sponsored by Bet365. Sponsored by Bet365.
It's a resounding victory for the UAE Royals this evening, but it's a case of what might have been.
Love 15.
It would have been so nice to see them take on the aces with this match being live this evening. And of course, it would have been a very different story, I'm sure. Not necessarily in who eventually wins, but in terms of the competitiveness of the sets, aces have found it difficult this evening.
Out. 30-15.
Even though the sets hasn't been particularly competitive, Djokovic has played some good tennis, despite the fact that he hasn't been able to win.
Game, set, a match, UAE Royals.
It's done this evening, no problem whatsoever. He's was indeed struggling with an injury. Wasn't able to compete, it's as simple as that. So the Royals get the win, easily in the end, over the champions. 29-15.
Step one big, Royals on 3, last one. 1, 2, 3, roll!
Good series for them. Just one or two things that gone their way yesterday. They could have been right in the mix.
10 seconds.
World number one was right on top of his game this evening. And let's go down courtside and hear from the world number one.
Novak, thanks for coming along. We've loved seeing you play here in Dubai and of course in Delhi only a couple of days ago. Have you had a good time?
Great time. As Goran mentioned a few minutes ago, it was really a pleasure to be here with the team. For me, I played a few matches in India, and then I came here in Dubai, where I always enjoy playing, obviously, the tournament. And I want to thank all of you guys for coming out tonight, and obviously congratulating the India Aces for winning the whole league. They've been very consistent and great, so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of good tennis. There was a lot of team spirit, especially in Dubai Royals. As we can say, it's been a very valuable experience for all of us, and I hope that I can be part of it next year.
We would love to see you back next year. Have a great Christmas. Good luck. You're back in this region, in Doha, and then good luck in Melbourne at the Australian Open Championship.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Jael, well done to the guys. The esprit de corps is the best way to put it that you've been able to generate with this team. You must be very proud of them.
Yeah, they've done a great job, and we've had a lot of fun. Some quality people in our team, and at the end of the day, we just came short, but what a great experience. I think what this format has done, it's put smiles back on tennis players' faces. I mean, they really play hard, but as a team, they compete well. I've seen a lot of guys that don't talk to each other on the tour, but yeah, they're in the same team supporting each other. So well done to Mahesh and his staff. Well done to Fabrice and his team for winning. You know, they're a great team, and thank you for the people here in Dubai. It's been a real awesome being here and being part of the Royals. For Nova coming in, I mean, he's a great team player. He understands it. He embraced the team format, and for all of us, it was really nice for him to be on the team. So thank you very much, and hopefully we can see you next year.
You've summed it up beautifully, and I expect nothing less. Jael, well done. Again, Novak, thank you.
Well, it was a shame that the Aces were a little subpar this evening, but perhaps we had to expect that. They've played so hard over the course of the last 3 weeks or so. They just couldn't summon enough to do it one more time. Champions, and deservedly so, Robbie.
Absolutely. I thought the Aces, they were a tight unit, and the fact that they didn't make too many changes, I think really served them well over the course of a long period of time. Good energy. I thought that was vitally important. And Ivanovic, for me, was probably the standout in their team. I thought Fabrice captained them exceptionally well, and the guys really did come to the party. Of course, when Roger came into India as well, he took it to a whole different level. And of the players who stepped in to play their bit part, he was by far and away the most effective impact player.
Yeah, incredibly so. Mavericks kept it tight though, didn't they? They ended up with 35 points, only 4 off the Aces as champions. So the top 3 teams all played some good tennis. I think we've got a bit more from the players now. Let's get down to Craig.
Gee, there's a lot of love down here on this court, Anna. Summing everything up, and we talked earlier about how much fun you guys have had and all the new friends. And does it feel like that?
Yeah, it definitely does. You know, you make some new friends, and definitely, you know, in our team we had lots of funny moments and lots of good energy, and yeah, always try to make it fun. And it's great to have guys like this indeed.
It is indeed, and the guys have played so well and thoroughly deserving of their win. Rohan, a highlight from your perspective?
I mean, obviously, you know, it's been a fantastic team. The camaraderie between us, all of us, has been, you know, really special. I think it got us, all of us, really closer to each other. And, you know, when we get back on the tour, I'm sure I'll be there supporting all these, you know, teammates and watching them play. It's not only, you know, when you go back on the tour, you play for yourself. Now, you know, we built a lot of good friendships, which is great. And the fans have been fantastic, and, you know, and the one person I always want to thank is the DJ. He's been wonderful these past few weeks. He's really been keeping us going.
He was pretty good at the nightclub last night too, apparently, I'm led to believe. Guys, well done. We've got a mammoth presentation coming up to the Micromax Indian Aces. What was that, Anna?
We are the best.
I knew you'd say that because you are the best, the champions of the Coca-Cola IPTL. Folks, our presentation will be underway in just a few moments' time.
So time to get ready for the trophy presentation, and what a magnificent trophy it is. It's an absolute stellar piece of jewelry, shall I say. VelvetCase.com is the official online jewelry partner of the IPTL, and they've created this awesome trophy. And just in that tennis ball alone, Jason, 150 carats of studded diamonds. Got a bit of yellow sapphires as well. And apparently the most expensive tennis ball ever.
That's hardly surprising. Posting some good numbers, isn't it? That. That's what the players have been so desperate to try and get their hands on, and the team owners in particular, as well as, of course, there's $1 million what they've been playing for. And some good tennis along the way. It's been an enjoyable tour, for want of a better expression. What have your highlights been, Robbie? I mean, obviously Federer in India, that goes without saying, but let's start in Manila.
Yes.
Were you pleased and were you surprised perhaps by the reception the players got, how enthusiastic the fans were?
I was blown away by the following that we got in Manila. I mean, that stadium was a big stadium, and I thought we'd do well to half fill it, and it was chock-a-block for 3 days in a row, and they were so into it. That's what I love about when you take tennis to new destinations and new countries like the oohs and ahs midpoint, the real satisfaction that they have and the enjoyment that they have to watch these superstars up live and personal. Don't forget we had Andy Murray and Maria Sharapova there, and the reception that they got when they came onto center stage. You know, they're the kind of players that transcend the sport, aren't they? So even if you're just a sports fan, you would know who they are.
They are, and that's why I think it was so important for Mahesh to get those types of players involved, because even though Maria Sharapova didn't play particularly well, she really raised the roof in Manila and got such a fantastic reception. So I'm sure she'll be back in 12 months' time if she can work that into her schedule. And of course, if the team owners feel that she's valuable enough to invite back. And then, of course, we all headed off to Singapore. And again, it was a different type of crowd, but still, it was nice to see the DBS Singapore Slammers respond well to that home support.
Yeah, because they'd struggled, hadn't been able to win matches in Manila. And that's what we've seen throughout the course of this tournament. Teams have played at home. They've been able to use that hometown support to really garner a bit of extra energy and play a little better. And with the Slammers squeezing out 2 wins there, that really kind of brought them back into the fray. And I thought for a moment there that they might kick on and then become more competitive at the tail end of the tournament, both Delhi and here. But things just didn't go the way for Captain Josh Eagle, did they?
No, and it was a very different scenario when we all headed to New Delhi, a country that not many of us had been to before, certainly not to play tennis anyway, so we didn't quite know what to expect. But of course the Indians were superb, weren't they? And they really did make good use of home court advantage and a super sub, of course.
Well, I think that's what surprised us all, because when we'd seen all these impact players come in, they struggled in their first match, and it took them a while to get used to the conditions, but not Federer. I mean, he stepped up big time, and I think he won, 12 of the first 13 games that he played, and the energy that he gave his teammates, well, it just carried them through to here as well.
And of course, a good effort by the aces to do just enough here in Dubai to get their hands on the trophy. Time now for the presentation. Let's get courtside. Craig Willis.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for our trophy presentation. Would you welcome the Managing Director of the Coca-Cola International Premier Tennis League, Mr. Mahesh Bhupathi, accompanied by the Marketing Director, Coca-Cola Middle East and North Africa, Mr. Jonathan Lawler. And now we're going to invite Mr. Mahesh Bhupathi to say a few words.
Thank you. It's been an amazing 19 days for us, and I have a lot of people to thank. Firstly, I'd like to thank my amazing team at the IPTL. It's been a tremendous effort to pull off the event of this magnitude in 4 different cities over 19 days, and I'd really like to thank them from the bottom of my heart. I would like to thank the players. I think each and every one of them who've been with us for the last 19 days have really accepted the concept, and the energy that they've shown have really brought the fans and the TV audiences to enjoy this, and you guys made all the difference, so thank you. Our sponsors and our partners, obviously Coca-Cola, Qatar Airways, Amity, FedEx, you guys are for believing in the new concept with all the skepticism around, so thanks for believing in us in our first year. I'd like to thank God. Only He and me know the challenges and hurdles I had to go through to get this done and get this, so we're very proud of what we've achieved, and hopefully we'll only get bigger and better next year. Lastly, I want to thank my box up there, especially my wife. She gave me the blanket permission to travel around the world like a madman and get this done. So thank you for all the support. I'd like to congratulate the Micromax India Aces. Some people kind of, it's an international league, but because we have so many Indians associated with it, they thought, there was a lot of match fixing involved, but these guys truly played amazing tennis from day one, and they've been amazingly close, led by an amazing captain, Fabrice. So thanks a lot, congratulations, and hopefully you guys can all come back next year.
Thank you, Mahesh. I'd like now to invite the very excited team owners of the Micromax Indian Aces to join our presentation. Mr. Rahul Sharma, Mr. Gulshan Jirani, and Mr. Sadesh Sharma. And ladies and gentlemen, would you now please welcome His Highness Sheikh Hasha Maktoum Jumar Al Maktoum, President of Tennis Emirates. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winning team check for $1 million to be presented to the team owners by our wonderful hostesses from Qatar Airways. And now let's invite the winning team onto the podium, led by Anna Ivanovic, Gail Murphy, Cedric Pioline, Sanya Mirza, Rohan Bopala, and their playing coach, the magician, Fabrice Santoro. I'd now like to invite His Highness Sheikh Hassan Maktoum Juma Al Maktoum, President of Tennis Emirates, to present this magnificent trophy to Mr. Fabrice Santoro.
Well, it is a magnificent trophy, isn't it?
His Highness is accompanied by Mr. Jonathan
Designed by
representing Coca-Cola.
velvetcase.com in New York, Jason.
And this trophy
Tennis
is one of the first in the
alone.
world, designed by velvetcase.com in New York and manufactured in India and Italy. And well done to the Micromax Indian Aces, winners of the inaugural Coca-Cola IPTL, presented by Qatar Airways.
A combination of diamonds and yellow sapphires make up the tennis ball. Gold racket for the champions, and a magnificent trophy for what's been a magnificent last 18 days, and deserving champions, the Aces.
It was a real team effort, there's no question about that, but they didn't have that big a roster, and I think that certainly helped them. And of course, the two superstars, really, Santoro and Ivanovic, led from the front. A couple of doubles specialists in Mirza and Bopana. And of course, Monfils are always highly entertaining, so I think they got the balance just about right, didn't they, in terms of team selection?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Do you go with exactly the same team next year, or do you try and fine-tune to make yourself even better? That'll be the job of the captain, together with the team owners, I think, to decide on how they will approach the draft early in 2015. And I think that's going to be fascinating. How similar will the teams remain, on how much changing and will go on.
I guess a lot of that is down to the team owners, because of course they will be able to pay for the players. They've got to foot the bill, and then the team captain has a lot to say, doesn't he, as well, because it's about team selection for him, day in, day out, when they're playing the matches. So the 2014 Coca-Cola International Premier Tennis League champions are the Micromax Indian Aces. Well, that'll do us for today. I hope you enjoyed our coverage, not only of the matches here in Dubai, but throughout the event in Manila, Singapore and New Delhi too. It's been a real challenge bringing world-class tennis to those locations, but having done so, all of those associated with the IPTL should be extremely proud of what they've been able to achieve. The players have loved it, as have the fans, and hopefully you have too. I know we have. My special thanks to Robbie Koenig for his invaluable insight and unwavering enthusiasm, and the entire production team for working so very hard to try and make us look good. It's a tough job, that. I've been Jason Goodall, and we very much look forward to your company this time next year for more of the same. Until then, it's bye for now.